There's no right and wrong in this love shit. There's just discovery. No, there's absolutely right and wrong in the world. I see haters outside. What is this message that y'all are claiming that people just have missed from Kevin Samuels? And let me show you what I'm talking about. These guys will be like, oh, he spoke the truth. He spoke the truth. Love him or hate him, he spoke his truth. We can view truth as hate, but sometimes his bold medicine didn't taste so sweet. And if you hated, why tune in? Why call in? Because healing comes in many forms. His was some nasty ass tasting medicine. There's no right and wrong in this love shit. There's just discovery. No, there's absolutely right and wrong in the world. But when you're dealing with narcissistic or pimp like people, those are one of the things they try and get you to skew your judgment on what's right and what's wrong. You see, when you break somebody, or when pimps break women, as they call it, I've heard it explained on Soft White Underbelly. I've heard it explained in real life. I've heard it explained online on YouTube. I've heard it explained a million different times. Soft White Underbelly is a YouTube channel. But when you break them, or when you break a person, the biggest thing to try and get them to conflict on is their sense of morality. Because once you can shake their sense of morality, i.e. what's right, what's wrong, and you can start to radicalize or normalize radicalization, then everything else becomes severely easy then afterwards. And then all of a sudden, jumping off of the bridge that your parents warned you or your mother warned you to not jump off with your friends about, you start doing, and it starts to become more normal and complacent. Next thing you know, you're skydiving with your friends from the stratosphere. Okay, so that's how things progress. But once again, you need to understand that these are pimp-like tactics. They're to get you, to break you down, to bring your mentality of a woman down. And I'm not saying that all women are perfect, because some of these women are effed up, and I've talked about it before, and I'll continue to talk about it in the future. But this is exactly how these niggas, how these pimps, how these manipulating narcissistic type of men operate. They'll get you to think that somehow the medicine that you've been struggling to get down is not poison that you think it is, but it's medicine. When really in reality, they've switched out the medicine, they've dumped out the Robitussin, and they put bleach and mixed it with a little bit of grape soda inside, so you can't tell, so the color looks the same, and they're trying to shell that to you as the medicine. Marlon Wayans goes on to say this: thank you for those you healed, and we forgive you if there were any damages. We know your intentions was to heal. So this is where we are now, right? We're excusing any damages that might have happened because of your callousness, or maybe your inability to recognize how harsh you were. We know at the end of the day you're really trying to help. Your Honor, he's a good boy, Your Honor. He didn't do nothing, Your Honor. He'd been raised in we've heard this a million times and time again. The same old message playing in court time and time again. We do not care about that bullshit anymore. Stop excusing abuse, and we need to start really clamping down on this bullshit rhetoric. But once again, when you believe and support in the message so much, you don't give a about the people you damage. This is why we are so on point with talking about Cynthia G. This is why we will continue to talk about Nyla Says, and we will continue to talk about this, because they do not care about anybody that's that's damaged in the process. It does not matter. Hey, I wish you the best of luck. See ya, because we got to keep on with the show, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Samuels to the top. Cynthia G to the top. We don't give no fuck. I see haters outside.